Hi there, this is Keith Scott-Mumby, a British MD, now living in the USA. I'm the creator of Supernoetics and founder of the project called Your New Life in a Box. And we've got some marvelous teachings to share, which will help you get more out of life. In fact, will help you create a new and second life that's much more like the one that you want. But to do so, we have to address a problem that recurs for almost everybody, which is that you get a good idea, or you have a plan, or there's somewhere you want to go, or something you want to do or get, and yet you screw it up. You know, you yourself screw it up. So we've got to look at this problem. Listen, everybody knows that affirmations don't work properly. They pretend, but mostly they don't. You know, there is no law of attraction. It's not a law because so many times it fails. It does not provide what is promised. But the thing is, these things do work sometimes. What does that tell us? Well, it tells us that power of mind is powerful. Power of mind can control and dictate this reality. So if you're not getting what you want, power of mind isn't giving you what you want or what you said you want, what conclusion can we draw? Well, it's simple. There's other parts of mind that are using power of mind to block you. You're blocking yourself with your own power of mind. And that's the key to this little hack I'm going to share with you, which I call getting out of your own way, basically. What you do is you look at the project or idea or future fulfillment, whatever it is that you want, and then you brainstorm all the negative reasons why you can't have this. Now listen, I've been there. I've wanted things passionately and longingly, but they didn't come to me when I wanted them or when I felt I wanted them and should have had them, when I definitely deserved them, and so on. For example, there was a time in my 30s when I was, if I may say, a very advanced and knowledgeable doctor. I knew secrets about health and recovery that only a handful of doctors in the whole world were teaching. But nobody was paying any attention. I felt I should be on TV. There were TV celebrity doctors they knew nothing. They were just trotting out simple textbooks and pills and all the usual pap that you hear from mainstream orthodox doctors. I had much better ideas, more incisive techniques, food allergies, holistic medicine, candida, heavy metal poisoning, all these good things that were getting great results. And as I said, nobody was paying any attention. I wanted to be on TV. Well, I did this little technique, and within months I was on TV. Within a couple of years it was happening on such a regular basis, it was almost boring. And the newspaper editors got to the point where they'd call me up, and say, "Hi doc, have you got any interesting stories?" Because they knew that what I was doing was so far ahead of the field and so very different to what orthodox doctors were doing, that it made a story, often a great human story, somebody up out of a wheelchair or some amazing change or transformation that was made simply by using advanced holistic methods. So as I say, I was in my own way for a time. I had all these reasons why, I'm not so clever, I'm not so good looking, I came from a poor background, who cares about me anyway, do I look that good on TV? There was mountains of this crap standing in my way. I had to clean it all out, and that's what you have to do. So the technique, getting out of your own way, is really very simple. Take a sheet of paper, or in fact several sheets of paper, because there could be lots to this, there could be a great deal. You write down what it is you want, and then you start brainstorming all the reasons why you can't have it. I want to go to California next year. Well, I'm right on the doorstep. I'm only 30 miles away. So let's say I want to climb in the Himalayas next year. But, it's expensive, but I have to find some kind of replacement work to keep things going, but, and so on. The Himalayas are very polluted. I shouldn't be adding to that. It's not the wonderful place that it was once. It needs a good clean-up before somebody like me should visit it. All kinds of garbage reasons I can throw in the way, as a result of which I don't get to go and climb in the Himalayas next year. So whatever your goal or purpose is, write down the reasons you are telling yourself you can't have it. Now, the way this works best, I've found, is that, as I said, you write down what is your desire and then state it, okay? I will go to college. and then the first thought that comes into your mind that contradicts that, write it down. I want to go to college, but it's a hell of a lot of money. Where am I going to get the money? So you write that down. Then say it again. I want to go to college, but I'm already 70 some years old. Nobody goes to college at that age. Write it down. I want to go to college, and then whatever next comes up, you write it down and you write it down. You keep going and you push yourself and you push yourself. This really is brainstorming, and you do not give up on the first comfortable, easy half dozen. You may have page after page after page of these things. It may even be a good idea to take a break and go at it again the next day. What you really want to do is yak up all that stuff until it goes. And at that point, you will experience a change. In Supernoetics, we call it a process of cognosis. It's a sudden shift in how you see things, how you think about things. Listen, you might even get some very strong clues from the real world. The thing that you've been seeking suddenly starts to come your way. I did this with a young man not so long ago. He was looking for work. He'd been out of work for years and found it a struggle. So I had him sit down and brainstorm all the reasons from his head. These were not reasons in the real world. These were not reasons broadcast on TV or published in the newspapers. These were his reasons in there. Anyway, he worked at this diligently, stormed off all the reasons why he couldn't get work. Guess what happened? Within a week, he got offered 2 jobs. He had to choose. They were incompatible. He couldn't do a shift on one and then another shift later in the day for the other one. He had to make a choice. So from having no work, he suddenly had such an abundance of offers, as it were, that he had to drop one. Well, that's how it can work, and this is what I want you to do. Now, let me just take a minute explaining to you the reason why this works. And this is one of the most useful, powerful, and insightful properties of Supernoetics that we have. I call it the 3 wishes phenomenon. Why? Because everything we get is something we wish for, and vice versa. Everything we wish for, we get it. So if you want to know what your beliefs and wishes are, look around you. The life you've got is the life that you believe in. You wished it there. The god-awful truth is that whatever we wish for, we get it. Cancer, yes. Person will say, well, I didn't wish for cancer. That's not nice. But it's true at some level. An example I've used in my writing is a lady well known to me who had cancer. And it turned out that she had spent most of her life with her husband saying, you make me sick, to the husband. Well, of course, he didn't. She made herself sick. But she kept saying this, you make me sick, you make me sick. This is a wish. She didn't see it as a wish. As soon as she got to that point, of course, this cognosis, that she was wishing it in place, the cancer went into regression, and the last I heard, she was fine. That's how powerful this can be. Anyway, 3 wishes. What are the 3 wishes? These are the core 3 wishes for everybody in any situation. First of all, there's the positive abundance wish. We all have that. We're born with that. We're spiritual, immaterial spiritual beings that have power, wisdom, knowledge, and love. We have all the good things, but as I said, we screw it up. The screw-ups are what we call the second wish, Life is abundance. I have everything. Second wish, well, money's such a problem. I don't know where to get money. I've always had trouble keeping money. Money's a big issue. All of these second wishes will, of course, cripple that person's finances. And guess what? He or she is certainly not going to be wealthy in this state. But what happens? Well, all the sort of gurus and teachers come along, the New Age people. Oh, you need to do affirmations. Affirm that I am rich. I have all the money I want. The world gives me everything I need. Mostly doesn't work because it's lies. But the real important reason it doesn't work is that you've left all these second wishes in place. All that clutter that's blocking you is left in place. So instead of worrying about affirming I have riches, you need to brainstorm all the reasons you're telling yourself why you can't have riches. And trust me, there is always something there. Listen, it's very easy to try. You don't have to take my word for it. Get some paper and a pen and try it out with something that's important to you and look for this shift. There is a reason why this works, because it has to do with truth. You see, affirmations mostly are lies that you're telling yourself and you want them to come true. Well, this is what the gurus teach. Say it, I have this money, I have all the wealth, or I have the most beautiful girl in the world. But you don't, and at a deep level your subconscious mind knows this is hooey and you're lying, so it doesn't work. But if you get to work with a shovel and spade and start digging out all the reasons why you're telling yourself you can't have money, or women don't like you, the nicest girl in the world couldn't possibly love you, then you'll start to get somewhere, because you know what? You'll uncover the first wish, the true wishes, which is you're a loving, adorable person. You're really quite nice to know, and anyone would appreciate your company. Or really you have all the skills and determination that you need to create a prosperous world of the kind that you're seeking. It may not be money. Remember, prosperity and riches can be wealth in terms of relationships and people and where you live and the things that you're able to do in life. Listen, if your goal is to start an animal sanctuary, you can be really happy, but it's unlikely you're ever going to get rich starting an animal, well, get prosperous in the wealthy sense, starting an animal sanctuary. But of course you'd be rich if you got what it was that you really wanted. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to my 3 wishes phenomenon, and definitely I hope you'd give it a try, because you'll find you can unblock all kinds of things. Anything that's been stalled or blocked in your life, get to work on it now and brainstorm off all the second wishes. It's like digging up the dirt. You know, as I said, a shovel and spade is the best metaphor. Throw this stuff out of your life, but you have to see it, you have to recognize it, and most important of all, you have to know it's you that put it there. Okay, good luck with this. Thank you.